But the NWHL guys, their season started yesterday. I don't know if any of you were able to catch. I know Eric wasn't able to, but Ben, were you able to catch any?
I watched a bit of the Toronto 6 Riveters game, which I think was the first one.
I think so.
Of the whole tournament. And I was just playing some NHL on my Xbox, and I was scrolling through Twitter, and like I just saw one of the Twitch links just advertised for a second. I was like, oh yeah, shit, that starts today. And I just watched a good chunk of the game, and it was fun hockey. I can't say I really paid a ton of attention, but like it was just there, and I was enjoying it. I was having a good time. But other than that, I have not watched any yet.
I wanted to be able to talk with authority, so I watched the entire Toronto 6 game today. And my days, I don't know if it was. I think it was different yesterday from what I was reading in the chat, but there had to be like 10 minutes of 5-on-5 play in the entire game.
That many penalties?
There were one team at one point. I don't know if it was towards the end. I don't think it was, but one team had 8 power plays. Ooh. And it was pretty even. Like, so the other team didn't have much less.
That's also been the Habs' last 3 games against Vancouver, and we'll get to that. But
oh my God, yeah. But I don't. There was just so many penalties, and there was a bunch of different like things that happened where I was like, wait, that's not how it works. But I think it might just be rule differences.
There are some.
Yeah, there were a lot of body checking penalties, which I understand, but at the same time, like they're all.
It is a rule, but also as somebody who covered a women's hockey team for 3 seasons, like the selective way it's called is very strange.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
It's very strange because like they'll let like sort of like half hits like in scrums go, but like if you just do like a clear out check, then yeah, you get. I don't know. It's weird, but
I say
yeah, I don't understand why checking isn't allowed anyway.
Yeah, it's not like there's it's like a co-ed league and there's
there's not like a 250-pound man like hitting a 5'9" woman into the corner boards like where it would be dangerous.
They're all pretty much the same size from what I could tell. But the standings are as thus: the Riveters are up top. They are 2-0. The Minnesota, what was their thing? Whitecaps. That was it. They are also 2-0. They are in second, so I guess tied for first. The Connecticut Whale are 1-1 in third. Buffalo is 0-1 in fourth. Toronto is 0-1 in fifth, and then Boston, the Pride, are 0-1. So the Pride have yet to win. Okay. And actually, so do the Buttes, and so do the Six. So we've got 3 teams down there without wins yet, which the Six actually.
Sorry, you said the Caps are tied for second. The Whitecaps.
They are. They're tied for first.
Oh, they're tied for. Tied for first.
Yeah, tied for first.
Okay. Okay. They're the reigning champs. That's what I wanted to know.
Okay. Well, that's who Toronto played today. The game that I watched, and it was good. It ended up being a shootout in the figurative sense and the literal sense. It was 5-5 in regulation, and then they went through.
To a shootout. Wow.
And it got to the shootout.
Who won?
Minnesota ended up winning it.
But the Toronto, they're entirely. I think there was only like 2 or 3 players on that team that have NWHL experience, and the rest are just other pro players, and they're all kind of being thrown together for the first like. There's a lot going against them, so it's cool that I think they at least got a couple shootout games, right? Or just a shootout game.
I think it was just the one shootout game because they got shut out in that first game.
Right.
Because it was the first goal in Toronto 6 history today. So
yeah, so like they got a lot going against them. So at least they're kind of showing some amount of skill there.
Yeah.
Who's in first? Did you say?
The Riveters and the Whitecaps. I can't even remember.
Okay.
They're
cool.
Yep.
I'm probably gonna try to watch what I can on Twitch this week because I might be doing some stories related to them for work.
Ooh, nice.
So yeah, so that could be fun. I'm not sure on what yet, but I will keep you guys posted.
What I will say, Eric, the play-by-play guy, I started watching it, and I was like, wow, this dude sounds really familiar. It's the Panthers play-by-play guy is doing the play-by-play.
Yeah.
No I was like, dude, why does this guy? I feel like I've heard
you
this guy's
probably
voice
hear him
before.
a lot because divisional games.
Well,
Tampa?
They haven't played together yet, but the other weekend when Eric was up, we were watching the Florida-Chicago game, and Eric was like,
Yep.
I really like the way this guy does play-by-play. And I started listening. I was like, yeah, it's actually pretty good. And then I heard his voice again, and I was like,
yeah, wow. So that's really great. Yeah, that's honestly cool too, because like you definitely like NHL fans, like that's perfect. I think, even if maybe he's not your like, favorite play-by-play guy, you definitely know like, oh, that's definitely the Panthers. If you follow it, you're like, oh, that's definitely the Panthers guy, because he has such a distinct voice. So that's really cool. That's really cool that he's doing that like on the side. That's really cool. Props on the I don't know if that has anything to do with like the NHL getting involved, but like or if he just made the decision himself. But props.
Yeah, and I think the highest I saw the viewer count get to was 6,200, so it's not bad. They got a decent amount into the Twitch stream, and obviously when they get onto NBCSN, I think they're gonna get quite a few more eyes. So
yeah,
that'll be good to see.
That's gonna be the biggest thing. That's the biggest like American presence on TV that any women's league has ever had.
Yeah. Definitely.
I know the CWHL's gotten national broadcasts in Canada, but it'll be big for them.
Yep. I'll definitely be watching those.